Good day. This is the fourth video that I'm doing for you, and I'm going to recap of what we were talking about earlier. First and foremost, I have to elaborate that we are talking about the economical aftermath and how to face it within the subject of this coronavirus and corona pandemic, where we what do we do from the point of view of economic activities. So in that sense, I have given three basic points where I have discussed the first point on the last videos. The first point was how to motivate yourselves as employees. If we fit in to the shoes of the employees, how do we fit in? How do we get motivated to perform our tasks better than ever before? That is number one. Number two is the entrepreneurial challenges, or the challenges the business entities would have in the future. In the sense aftermath, or the once this pandemic is over, the economic standstill has to get recapped, has to get moving forward. That's number two. Number three is the point that I'm going to talk about in the future date, where the new entrepreneurs, or the people who are about to start business, or people who are hoping to start business, how do we fit in to this particular new economic situation? So we are going to talk about the second point today, that is the entrepreneurial challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, or rather how to face these challenges and what do we do. So we are going to get fitted into the business model, whereas how and what are the options that we have. That is what we are going to think of. First and foremost, with this particular situation, with this particular economic situation, there are some plus points as well as there are a lot of minus points as well. So nobody should get disheartened, but the point is that we have to face the reality as well. The reality is that at least the world over, there was the lockdown situation, or the non-economic activity or low economic activity context has happened more than 1 month. That is the biggest problem. The businesses are going concerns. They should run. Otherwise, there will be an issue of the existence. That is the biggest problem. So it is somewhat premature for us to come to conclusions and come to concrete strategies at this particular moment, because we are still contemplating how to face this pandemic situation. There's a clear relationship between the economic impact with the pandemic situation. When the pandemic is over, when the pandemic is under control or at a controllable level, then we can think of moving forward with the economic activities. Why? This pandemic is directly attacking the human beings. So we are using humans as entrepreneurs as well as in the labor market. So therefore, it is directly impacting the economy. So it is obvious that we have to understand that fact. The fact is that the economic situation has come to a kind of a standstill, or a very, very low level of business performances. So the point is that I'm not negative about this particular situation, whereas there are some industries which will get affected very badly. That I have to be very honest with you. But we may say some of the industries might flourish afterwards, or there may be new business avenues coming in. So the problem is that we are in a caught up situation of what to do. On a scientific on a scientific platform, we just cannot say that yes, we have to start with this strategy now. No, we cannot say that, because the pandemic is not over. What my idea here is just to elaborate things for you to think of, for you to consider as suggestions of what you may be planning for, what you may be thinking of, how you are going to face the futuristic situation. So therefore, we have to when we really think from the academic point of view of the strategies, this is certainly a macro environmental issue, which means an external issue. External issue, which means that from the point of view of a company, from the point of view of a business, the business itself cannot control this situation. That's obvious. It's a countrywide, the economy-wide situation. It's a worldwide situation. So therefore, as a businessman, you are in a kind of a isolated situation, or rather you are being cornered into a situation where the whole world is fighting for one thing and you are having the impact from that. So it's a external environmental issue, and to be very frank with you, this is a situation where it seems going beyond the strategic, peripheral, theoretical matters. So it's beyond the normal situation. It's beyond the controllable situation. So therefore, we have to think in a different manner how to get about these things, how to face these situations, so on and so forth. The problem here is, I'm not saying that everything is over, the world is going to get ended up, and we are all going to die. No, that is not the idea here. What my suggestion here is to understand what kind of a business that you were in, and how this particular business will be looking, how the new economy will be looking at your business in the future. So therefore, what we have to understand is, this economic situation will get changed. It won't be the previous one. It won't be the normal smooth flowing one as before. It's a new thing. So now, first and foremost, what you have to understand, your product portfolio. Out of your product portfolio, when you think of a product, there are three basic layers of a product. One is the core product, the second one is the secondary layer of the product, third one is the augmented layer of the product. So in that sense, if the core product is bigger than everything, which means you are supplying a basic product for basic needs. Secondary product is a different one. Augmented product is a kind of a fancy part of a product which you are supplying for kind of fancy needs or for kind of luxury needs. So within that particular argument, we know that there's a paradigm shift at this particular moment, but hopefully this will not last forever. Paradigm shift in the sense, the consumer, from the consumer's angle, now these consumers are mostly going behind the basic needs, the necessary, they are going for essential products. That is the reality at this particular moment. most of the customers now looking forward to source their basic needs, looking forward to get their essentials. So that's a paradigm shift before pre-pandemic and at the pandemic situation. Pre-pandemic situation is the normal situation that you were experiencing right throughout. Now the situation has changed, but when things come to a kind of a when we find solutions, when we find the controllability of the pandemic, then slowly this shifted paradigm will get reset again. People will get to the normalcy again. So you have to be very concerned about these things. The current situation, there's a great demand for the essential goods. Non-essentials are not the forte at the moment. But people who are dealing with non-essential foods, or people or the companies who are not dealing with essential foods, that does not mean that they'll go out of business. They will be getting a demand after this thing gets settled, or when the things are coming back to normalcy. So therefore, this is what we have to be concerned of. There's a paradigm shift. The customer's thinking pattern has changed, but those things will get changed after getting the controllability of the particular pandemic situation. So in that sense, you have to understand what kind of a product that you are dealing with, and in this particular situation, if all the customers are coming behind essential goods, you may call it panic buying or whatever. There may be lot of things which will be bought over, or there will be a huge demand for essential goods. So the companies, so the businesses that who are supplying essential goods can be run without any issue, but they will have some transportation issues, some logistics, and all sorts of other allied things. Non-essential items, which we have to think of how to get about these things, when to create this demand, how to create this demand, when this will get triggered up. So we will discuss these things in a future date as well. So for today, we are going to wind up from here. Thank you very much.